Today we're going to talk about the top 10 ERP systems in the public sector for 2024. Now I want to remind the viewers that this is Avero's list. These are based on our ideas, our opinions, and only our opinions. And this will change based on all the information we gather throughout the year and more data we get from the market. The more demos we get, the more interactions we have with these systems and the vendors, these rankings might change. So take that into account as you consume this information, as you download our report, and as you use it to make decisions for your organization. We're looking at where these brands are heading, not necessarily where they've been, because there's a lot of change in the market. There's a lot of consolidation, lots of new offerings, lots of best-of-breed solutions out there, and you'll see some of them on our list. So this list is based on where these brands are going, not necessarily just where they've been. And they're also based on what we've seen in the market in terms of not just sales and marketing, but also how these brands and products deliver services to our clients. We've been through a lot of RFP demos, RFP proposal evaluations, system evaluations, demos, reference calls on behalf of our clients over the last 1 year. And that also factors heavily into how we've ranked these systems and how they're showing up in our report. Primarily, our focus has been on discerning how well these products work for our clients and how well the customer service and the implementation teams and the sales teams treat our clients, how well they negotiate, what kind of terms are offered to our customers, and all of that has been consolidated into this 2024 report. While we're releasing this list, it doesn't mean that these are our recommendations, or if you've been left off of this list, that you don't belong in the ecosystem. These are just our opinions. They're ever changing. The main point is that we're a 100% independent advisory firm that has no affiliations to any of these vendors. We're always in your corner seeking your best interests. So if you need personalized advice on which of these systems or systems that are not on the list today may be right for you, please reach out to Avero and we can definitely help you out. So Microsoft Dynamics 365 is a pretty dynamic system. Forgive my pun, but it's a Microsoft product. So it's very familiar to those of you that use O365, that are using Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint. The Dynamics platform is supposed to work with all of these cool products that you already use, that most of the world uses. So Microsoft Dynamics is built on that platform. They take into account all of the cool things that Microsoft is doing with Azure, with OpenAI, and that is a key feature of Microsoft Dynamics. And it's not quite out there yet, but they're supposed to be releasing a lot of cool AI features within Dynamics that we should all be looking out for. And we've seen it be highly customizable for public sector needs. The key features of Microsoft Dynamics will be, or are, its integration with the O365 infrastructure. Everything that you use today that is Microsoft owned, Microsoft subscribed, O365, Azure, and coming up, OpenAI integrations, Copilot, all of that should seamlessly work with Microsoft Dynamics. One of the key features of Microsoft Dynamics 365 is its robust financial management tools. If your organization is heavy on grant management, indirect costing, Microsoft 365 might be the right tool for you. It supports intelligent budget planning, and with the advent of AI tools, it might even do it for you based on instructions that you give to the platform. Microsoft 365 also comes with intuitive self-service features, which are key for reducing workload on already existing strains on your labor force. Vendor self-service, employee self-service are key features of Microsoft Dynamics 365. So what are the pros of Microsoft Dynamics 365? The number one pro of this system is its familiarity. You already work with Microsoft on a variety of different platforms, and Microsoft Dynamics 365's feature set should be very familiar to your users. It also has extensive customizable tool sets, and also its analytics platform is pretty robust given that it comes built in with your Microsoft Power BI platform. What are the downsides of Microsoft Dynamics 365? Now, these downsides may apply to a lot of these systems we're talking about today. But with 365, you need a pretty robust IT organization that can tie in your Dynamics 365 implementation to your existing Microsoft platform that already runs a lot of your infrastructure. A Dynamics implementation may be complex, but it also depends on what you have currently as an ERP system and how quickly can you transition from that system to Microsoft Dynamics 365. A lot of times these implementations can be highly costly, But that also depends on what modules you're buying, how you're integrating it with the rest of your infrastructure, and what you want Dynamics 365 to do for you in the long term. SAP has been around for decades. SAP is also lovingly called your grandfather's ERP system. But that's their historical perception in the market. SAP runs the world's largest companies. They run Apple, they run airlines, they run the world's governments, they run a lot of states in the United States. So SAP is not new to this market. SAP is not new to the public sector. SAP has had a perception problem, and SAP is actively trying to fix that. In our very recent meetings with SAP executives, we've seen roadmaps laid out for how exactly they want to tackle and go after the public sector market, not just the large entities, but also smaller government entities. SAP is seemingly very serious about entering this market, and we're seeing some strides they're making in terms of A, fixing the perception that the market has about SAP, and B, rolling out some really cool features through innovation and integration of AI into the core product. What SAP offers to the public sector market is a comprehensive set of functionalities. They have financial management, HR, supply chain, procurement, a great suite of analytics. Everything that you might need in an ERP system is presented in SAP S/4HANA. Now, there's a lot of talk about moving on from ECC to S/4HANA and how there are sunset deadlines that have been set on legacy SAP implementations. And we've talked about them in some other videos in the past, but we have to pay attention to how that is rolling out for other customers across the world. And S/4HANA is a good product. How ready is your organization to take on that implementation is the more important thing you should be thinking about. So the key features of SAP S/4HANA system or suite of systems is really the all-encompassing comprehensive product suite that SAP S/4HANA offers. It's not best of breed. It is not piecemealed. They offer every functionality that you can imagine you would need for an organization. And if not, they partner with various other platforms and services that can allow you to build APIs and bring in the data sets that you need to run your operations. So SAP is a all-in-one system. It has a unified data model. SAP has been around for a long, long time. So they've almost perfected the art of the system itself. And that's what you can expect from a feature set in SAP. So the pros of going with the SAP system are obvious. They're large, they're worldwide, they're proven. They're, in the United States, they run a lot of states and large counties and cities. So you know exactly what you're getting. SAP S/4HANA is supposed to be the next best thing. It's actually been adopted by a lot of companies across the world, and it's rolling out pretty well. When you buy SAP S/4HANA, you know exactly what you're getting. It's a proven product, and it should work for you. It's got proven scalability, and it's got really good analytics and business intelligence built into the system. The downside of an SAP implementation is something that comes to your mind as soon as you hear the word or the term SAP or S/4HANA. How much is this going to cost me? How many millions is it going to cost me? SAP's implementations can be comprehensive and complex. And historically, you have had to find SAP consultants or third parties that are very experienced in SAP implementations, and that labor set is very hard to find. With S/4HANA, SAP is trying to redesign their partner ecosystem and how they deliver these products. So again, with an open mind, we should look at what is coming down the road with SAP implementations. And historically, they've been complex and complicated, but I think they're moving towards a more robust, more easier implementation methodology. Oracle Fusion Cloud ERP. Now, Oracle has been around for a long, long time in various industries across the world. And the surprising thing in the last couple of years is that Oracle Fusion has now been proposed to smaller counties, mid-tier cities, transit agencies, utilities across the country. And we've seen it work really well for these agencies. Oracle Fusion Cloud provides a comprehensive set of financial, HR management, procurement, supply chain, planning, and development tools that it's pretty comprehensive. In addition to that, they also come built in with embedded AI that allows you to do some robust business analytics, intelligence, and dashboarding for your organization. So some of the key features of the Oracle Fusion platform is that it's natively built on the Oracle platform. What that means is every feature, every module is built on the Oracle platform. And as you know, Oracle's database business has been around for a long, long time. So they know what they're doing with databases and platforms. Also, they were one of the pioneers of the whole cloud revolution. So when you go with Oracle Fusion, you're taking advantage of historical accuracy and resiliency with a cloud platform like Oracle that most others may not be able to provide you. The Fusion platform also comes built in with embedded AI for things like dashboarding, reporting, digital assistance, and predictive analytics that most products don't offer to this point today. So the pros of going with the Oracle Fusion Cloud system is that it's an extensive set of features that you can buy. It's very secure. It can help you in compliance, and they're using advanced tools like generative AI to bring more analytics and dashboarding features to your implementation. The downsides, if any, for an Oracle Fusion Cloud implementation is that your IT department will have to be fairly highly involved in this implementation. Yes, we're taking it to the cloud. Yes, we're using Oracle Cloud, but you need to make sure that your on-premise infrastructure is up to snuff, and that your data is in a spot where it can be easily converted into Oracle's cloud. So for all of those reasons, you're going to need a pretty robust IT department, an IT organization to help with the migration from whatever your legacy ERP system is into Oracle Fusion Cloud. The other downside to Oracle Fusion implementation is that you have to carefully choose who your implementation partner is going to be. Oracle will sell you the licenses to the product. Oracle itself will not be deploying the product. So you have to be careful based on your size and due diligence through the RFP process for picking the right partner to deploy your Oracle implementation. So Workday is the new hot kid on the block as far as the public sector is concerned. Workday runs a lot of large cities, counties, transit agencies, special districts, school systems. And in the last couple of years, they've made it a point to come down into the market for the mid-tier cities and counties. Workday started off as a comprehensive HCM suite, human capital management suite, and then they developed their financial system. And Workday's model is based on those two major modules, and then they bring in partners that they vet and choose if you are looking for a permitting system, if you're looking for a utility billing system. So Workday sort of brings their own partners to the table if you're looking for modules that are not core to their system. Workday has been a modern ERP system. They have a very good user interface, and they provide real-time analytics for small to large public sector agencies. Workday's key features are that it's intuitive. It's a modern interface that is very attractive to newer workforces. Workday offers real-time automated business process management tools that are inbuilt into the system. It also offers real-time analytics and has a very robust platform for managing your data and also analyzing data. As an executive, you have dashboards that are timely and accurate, and it's a really cool system as far as user interface and how well it works for your newer labor force. And because it's a software as a service in the cloud platform, you're always being offered the newest and latest features within Workday. Workday is a very robust HCM and financial management platform, and it's user-friendly. The interface is beautiful, it's modern, and it just makes it easier to work in this system. The next thing is it's always up to date without upgrades. Workday pushes out upgrades, and everyone in the world has the same instance of Workday that you might have. So there are no differences in versions in what you're using versus what your neighboring county or city might be using. So Workday being a primarily financial and HR management system, like I said, it requires some additional third-party systems to come together to work with Workday's primary systems. That may add some complexity and lengthy timelines to your implementation, but we've seen it work successfully in the past. So Infor has been around for a long, long time. They've been very successful in the manufacturing public sector. They've had other names like Lawson. They've acquired other companies. And what they offer today is their newest product, Infor Cloud Suite. And a lot of legacy Infor implementations, lots of legacy Lawson implementations are slowly moving into Infor Cloud Suite. One of the key features of Infor is that they have various different platforms that are built specifically for different industries. So they also have a platform built specifically for the public sector, and they claim that it comes pre-built with business processes that all you need to do is tweak them. Now, we all know that that's not how simple ERP implementations are. You still have to do the thinking behind how you want your business processes to run with any new system. Infor Cloud Suite offers a comprehensive, robust set of features and modules like financial management, HR, payroll, asset management, supply chain management for a variety of different industries. And we've seen Infor being deployed in agencies fairly large. A lot of states, large counties run on Infor. And there's a big push, like with other vendors, for Infor to come downstream into the mid-market so they can get into the smaller counties, mid-tier cities. And there's a lot of activity from all vendors on that space. The upsides to an Infor implementation is that it is highly scalable, highly configurable, and it just works for a lot of industries. So they have a legacy of doing well. The real crux of an implementation, like any implementation, is that you have to have a project management team to manage not just Infor, but Infor also has third-party implementers that are responsible for actually configuring your system. And as we all know, a lot of implementations go sideways or fail because the third-party implementation partners don't have the same set of values that the main party like Oracle or Infor might have. So you have to be really careful in choosing the right implementation partners for your industry and your size for your project to be successful. The downside to an Infor implementation, Infor Cloud Suite implementation, is that it's not completely a native build platform. Like I said in my intro, they've acquired a bunch of products, different sets of software products, and combined them into Infor. Now, that works for the most part, but it doesn't work as well as an integrated, built from scratch ERP system. So when you buy different modules from Infor that plug into its core offerings, you might have some struggles getting them to interface, for the data to merge, and just getting the right outputs that you need from that system. So OpenGov has been around for quite a while as a budgeting transparency, let me show you our council budget sort of system. And they've done a really good job of using that as a foothold into launching their ERP and financial management business. Historically, OpenGov was sold and bought by agencies only for budgeting purposes because traditional ERP systems have had that huge hole in their functionalities where they just couldn't do the budgeting and transparency management effectively. So OpenGov took that opportunity to build a product that has been great. A lot of cities and counties use them. And now OpenGov has launched their ERP financial practice. They're partnering with a lot of other modules that they don't currently have, but the roadmap for OpenGov is that they are very serious about offering all of these products in the market in the near future. So the key features of OpenGov are steeped in their budgeting and transparency practices and products. OpenGov interfaces with any ERP system that you currently have. It could also be an old AS400 green screen system, and OpenGov has methodologies that allow it to pull data from those systems. So from that standpoint, your agency might be really using an older system in the back end, but to the public and for your transparency portals, OpenGov can make it look really shiny and transparent. OpenGov now offers financials, HR, payroll in an integrated package. And if you're looking to add on asset management, permitting, zoning management products or features to your OpenGov implementation, OpenGov now offers those features through their recent acquisition of Cartograph. The upsides of an OpenGov implementation is their robust budgeting and transparency portals. Everything you need in terms of showing your public or your citizenship what your government is doing is offered by OpenGov as the basic platform. And now that they're building on top of that with their very robust financial management, HR management systems, it will become a robust platform for you to implement in the near future. But today, it's not a comprehensive platform, and that is the one downside because they're still building their platform up. OpenGov may also lack some of the more advanced features that other more established ERP vendors may offer, like procurement, HR, payroll management. And it's an up and coming system in those particular areas, only because, again, they have not started off by building a comprehensive ERP system from scratch, but they're taking advantage of their foothold in the budgeting and transparency markets to build into the future. Next, we're talking about Govsense. Govsense is a fairly new entrant into the ERP market for the public sector. And the interesting thing about Govsense is their product is built on the NetSuite platform, which is an Oracle product. Govsense offers the very fundamental financial systems and general ledger management. But if you want them to offer you HR payroll practices or products, they'll have to go partner with somebody. And I think they partner with UKG today to fulfill those needs. So new product on the market, but very promising because they're going after a niche industry, a niche segment of the market that any of the other players we've talked about in this video are not necessarily chasing. The upside of using Govsense or going with Govsense is that they're small, they're hungry, they're attentive to their clients and your needs. I'm not saying that other vendors aren't, but being a smaller agency, someone that's a startup, someone that is just getting into the market, there's a lot of work that they would bend over backwards for. There's a lot of customer service benefit to having a smaller agency and a smaller vendor to work with. And the downside, you can call that a double-edged sword. It's a smaller player. They have a lot of smaller accounts and customers, some big ones, but again, unproven. And we'll have to see how far they get with this methodology of using the NetSuite platform as their platform and building out on it. The jury's out, and we'll see how they do in the market in the coming years. Next, we're going to talk about Tyler Technologies. It is the 800-pound gorilla for the mid-tier market in the public sector. Tyler Technologies practically owns the market today. They have a comprehensive suite of products from financial management, HR, payroll, permitting, asset management, planning and zoning, you name it. It's mobile friendly, has a lot of self-service features that are offered to the employees and the vendors. Just a robust, comprehensive suite of products that is offered in the cloud through their Munis platform and their Tyler Encode platform. The key features of Tyler comprehensive platform, they have everything. They offer all the products. They offer all of the modules that you might be looking for, from financial management to utility billing to utility management, everything in one platform in the cloud. So it is a fairly comprehensive suite of products, and you can go into Tyler with a comprehensive one-stop shop product suite, and you don't have to worry about any other vendors. Tyler also interfaces with your existing legacy systems and has a pretty good interface for reporting and business analytics. The upside of a Tyler Munis or Tyler Encode implementation is that they have a deep expertise in the public sector. They've been around for a long time. They've owned the market, so they understand the market really well. And they can bring all of that to the table during your implementation. The downside of that is they don't always bring that to your implementation. We've seen Tyler implementations where the consultants didn't necessarily know what the business processes in a public sector were like, or they didn't pay attention to the documentation that was presented to them. So the cons or the downside of going with the Tyler implementation is that they are so large and they own so much of the market that sometimes you might not get the attention that you deserve from an ERP vendor that you're paying a lot of money for. The other downside is also that their implementations tend to take longer than some of the other players in the market today. And we'll have to see with the entrance of players like Oracle Fusion or NetSuite or Workday into the mid-tier market, how well Tyler can hold on to their market share, which is a lion's share that they own today. Next, we're going to talk about Central Square Technologies. Central Square is a newer brand on the market, but in 2018, it was the result of a merger between Superion, which used to be SunGuard, and a couple other companies, including TriTech and Zurcher, which was a public safety product. So Central Square now offers comprehensive solutions to the market, the public sector market, for financials, HR, payroll, public safety, what have you. So a pretty comprehensive offering, but also these are the results of acquisition. So they're not native built like a Tyler Tech. So the key features of a Central Square product suite is that it's fully integrated. It's a robust offering. When you put an RFP out for an ERP system, they're going to come and offer you financials, HR, payroll, permitting, land management, utility billing, anything you're looking for will be offered to you in one platform. And like most other offerings in the market, they have some pretty robust offerings for reporting, dashboard management, transparency portals, and all of this being offered in one platform. So Central Square, the upside of going with that platform is that it has a legacy through their acquisitions and other products that they were part of, like SunGuard, which is a pretty well-known legacy product. They have a good legacy of providing services and products to the public sector. They have a robust offering, and it's a one-stop shop, at least on paper, for improving and implementing a robust, modernized ERP system. The downside of a Central Square implementation is rooted in how the system has come to be. It is made up of various different platforms that were merged when Central Square was formed. And some advanced features on the platform may still be under development and may struggle to integrate with your legacy systems and produce the value or the outcomes that you're looking for. We're now going to talk about UKG, which is the ultimate Kronos group. UKG is the result of a merger between Kronos, which is a well-known HRIS, HCM, human capital management platform, and Ultimate Group. When UKG was formed, they went to all of their Kronos customers and said, we're going to now require you to do an upgrade or a logo change to UKG. What ended up happening is that it was a brand new implementation of the UKG platform for our customers that were on Kronos already. So what UKG offers is a comprehensive suite of time and attendance products, HCM, HR management, payroll, benefits management, all rolled up into one system, which is very important for any organization to manage. The key features of UKG's offerings are unified HR, payroll, and most importantly, an employee self-service ecosystem that allows employees to access their records, update information, to manage their own benefits without having to call HR or email HR and wait for that process to play out before changes happen or they have access to their own data. So very comprehensive HCM, HRIS payroll platform that's being offered through UKG. The upside to a UKG implementation is that it's custom built for HR management, human capital management. Now, I know we're talking about top ERP systems for 2024, but I wanted to include UKG in this group because it's a custom-built solution for HR, HCM management, which tends to be the starting point for any ERP modernization effort. A lot of organizations that we work with only want to upgrade their HCM processes and platforms, and they want to untangle HR from their legacy ERP systems. That's not an easy thing to do. So UKG has done well with chasing that specific market, and it'll be interesting to see where it goes because there's other players that offer very robust HCM platforms and also offer very robust financial and organizational enterprise-wide management systems. The downside to a UKG implementation is that they don't offer a comprehensive ERP suite yet. Now, that may be coming, but right now they have to rely on partnerships with other players to offer you a comprehensive suite of ERP platform that you may be looking for through your RFP. Next up is Oracle NetSuite. Now, NetSuite is a newer entrant into the public sector, and they have a very focused agenda. They're chasing the mid-market to the smaller market of the industry. They're looking to get business from agencies that have 100 employees to 1,000 employees. Agencies in cities and counties that are not necessarily being chased by Oracle or Workday at this point, NetSuite has found a really sweet spot for. NetSuite is committed to serving the mid-market, and they've created a really good sales team to just chase that market for the NetSuite brand. I think one of the key features of a NetSuite implementation is that it can be a multi-tenant deployment. What that means is if you are a city within a county, if you can get over political differences, you could use one deployment of NetSuite in a multi-tenant deployment to use as a shared resource. It's a rare thing, but I've seen it being done successfully. The other key features are that NetSuite offers specific products and functionalities for the mid-tier market. So if you are a city that has 100 employees, 50,000 population, it might be the sweet spot for you. The other upside to implementing NetSuite in your organization is their affordability and time it takes to implement the product. NetSuite implementations are very quick and affordable compared to the bigger products in the market. The downside may be that NetSuite is not as scalable as some of these other platforms because it is specifically designed for smaller to mid-tier public sector agencies.